Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Overtime. Kini si Maricel Casino Rivera. And this afternoon, let's talk about education, but in a somewhat unique paradigm. But before that, let me welcome first my co-host here, Attorney Oscar Oca Moreno, sir.
Yes, salamat maing hapon. Good afternoon. Maing hapon sa tanan. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome sa lain na po ng episode sa Overtime. And wow, this time, ang atong topic is on the surface, generic, no? But wow, as I read more closely sa preparation materials samo for this episode, I realized na we will be exploring into a journey of skills development programs coupled with ministry objectives, no, and with focus on innovation and technology. And wow, cool ba sila, no? Ang atong guest is atong silingan.
Yeah.
And kwansad siya, no? Anong very busy lady and enigmatic, and of course I can also observe charismatic, no, and focused on education.
Yes.
So, Sel, please do the honor of introducing our very special guest.
Thank you very much, Attorney. And our guest, and our guest this afternoon is the school principal of Bethany Baptist Academy in Iligan City. She's an EdTech coach and the leading tech integrator at her school and has been actively involved in leading local and regional private school associations. She is a registered nurse and a licensed teacher and finished a certificate program launching innovation in schools, an online course initiative at Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Recognized as semi-finalist in the GIST APAT Catalyst Women in Innovation by the Global Innovation Through Science and Technology Initiative. And GIST is the flagship U.S. government international program on the science and technology innovation and entrepreneurship. Her company has been recognized as one of the most innovative startup in Asia Pacific by the Amazon Web Services EdStart program. Recognized as one of the top 120 women founders in Asia Pacific by AWS and Tiger Hall. Top 2 Startup Iligan Business Awards 2022 and a semi-finalist at the Slingshot Venture Pilipinas and a finalist in the She Loves Tech 2023 Pitch Competition. Second runner-up in the Global Women Competition Europe in Wine, Austria, one of the winning finalists of the business reality show, The Final Pitch, Season 9, shown at the CNN Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Ursel Murillo-Laureno. Murillo-Laureno. Ma'am, mayong hapon. Welcome to Overtime. Kato kay kompleto.
Good afternoon. Grabe, kompleto dyan. But yeah, thank you so much, ma'am and attorney. Thank you for inviting me here this
Salamat
afternoon.
Salamat kayo. If I can call you Ursel, no? Si Maricel and Ursel. I'd like to thank you for accepting our invitation. And siguro ang kuan na to, no? Kay eskwela ka din sa Xavier, and then nahumansad ka sa Master of Arts in Education, no?
Yes.
Ang imong education course, asa man imo na where did you take it? Also here in Xavier or?
No, ang akong master's is currently ongoing at Xavier, and then my undergrad degree is really nursing. So I'm a registered nurse. Before I went into education, so I took up units in Prof Ed here in Iligan, and then took up the boards as well. So when I took the boards, and I think I just wanna ask for a sign from the Lord, if I really wanna pursue education or nursing. So at the time, I just I self-reviewed for the education board, And when I said, Lord, if you're gonna make me pass, then education is really for me. So I did pass, and that was the sign I got from God to really pursue education from then forward.
Wow, ang galing. And
Yeah.
kulba din si Cecil yung mutanag sign.
Lagi. Oo.
Mutanag sign.
Yeah, it was
Pero
difficult.
you're quite extraordinary, Ursel, no? Kay
Oh.
nag-enroll sad ka sa MIT.
Yes
MIT.
po.
Oo, Massachusetts
Massachusetts
Institute of Technology. Unsa man ni, you went there or
It was an
uh,
online course, but it
online?
was really my interest in educational technology and
Oo.
innovation that drove me to really look for something that I can, expand my knowledge in education technology and innovations in education.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then
Ang kanang MIT dool na sa Harvard, sa
Yeah.
Boston.
Yeah.
Oo, Boston, Massachusetts, no?
yes
And
po,
one of the top engineering schools in the world, no? And
yes,
uh, sunod nagkuhan ka dito na kay mga courses that you took, no?
yes,
And although online, pero kuan sad ni kay grabe masad ang ako tanaw ni mga assignments sad bugat
yes.
kayo. And
Nakakapon, oh.
oo. And lisod na ba ang admission diha bisan sa mga short courses? How did you get admitted?
Yeah, actually, right now, I think since before the pandemic, there has been a lot of courses online that you can
Ah,
actually enroll in easily. You
ah,
just really have the parang desire or interest to look for the right courses for you.
I
And I think
see.
there most of it are also free. You just need to pay if you're going to do or get the certificates so that you can take the exams to get the certificate.
Aha, aha. Galing. Okay siya. Grabe ang imong kuan ha. Ang imong quest
Yeah.
to excel, no, and to go higher, no,
Yes,
and
yes,
now
actually.
you're proceeding with your Master of Arts uh, in education, no. In the meantime, kanang Kwansel, we're talking here of two institutions, no, that Ursel is handling, katong
EDFOLIO.
Bethany
Baptist.
Academy,
In
Bethany Baptist
Iligan.
Academy,
And the
and
EDFOLIO.
katong EDFOLIO.
Yeah.
Now, pero kining Bethany, I understand, was put up by her parents way back
Yes,
1983. Sakto ba? Pero
yes, actually.
ingon nimo, Sel, they kaya ang imong father is from taga-asa siya,
He's
he's not
from
from Iloilo.
Bacolod. Yeah,
He's from
he's
Bacolod,
Bacolod,
and then ang mom mo is from
Cebu.
Cebu, no? And then ang pangutan ko siya, how did you go to Iligan? Ang answer mo was your parents decided to move to Iligan in 1983,
Yeah.
and that's when they put up Bethany Baptist Academy.
Yes.
Is
I
that
think
correct?
after year after. So I think they came here 1982, and then a year after they established the school.
Abi ni mo, Sel, na ako'y komentaryo anang period, no? Kay 1982, naa naman tay kuan na problema sa region, sa Asia.
Mhm.
Katong oil crisis, na, no? And then late 82, September, I think, that was when Margaret Thatcher went to China. And that's when Deng Xiaoping, the leader of China at that time, told Margaret Thatcher, the Prime Minister of UK, na China will regain sovereignty over Hong Kong, no? So that triggered a confidence crisis, no? Hong
Mm.
Kong, of course, was one of the financial centers of Asia, So nagka-problema gyud ang Hong Kong ni ana, nagka-Hong Kong crisis, apektado ta. And then kita sa dayon 83 we had our own share of our own crisis also, the killing of Ninoy, the moratorium, the death moratorium in October 83, no? Now unang wonder ko ang imong parents decided to move to Iligan in 82 and then decided to put up Bethany Baptist Academy in 83. Those were very difficult times, Ursel. Very difficult times. And wow, grabe ang ilang paglantaw, ha? Grabe ang ilang vision, ang ilang mission. How
Yes.
deeply rooted yun. Would you like to comment on that?
Yes, actually, I think it was really the ministry that led them to go here in Iligan. And if it was not for the love of, teaching young kids about the Lord, about, Christian education, I think that was really the driving force then. And then for such a, since then until when I took over, I've been, I have my mom and dad's vision and mission, continually. I mean, I still continue what they plan to do for the
Yeah.
school.
Yeah, and kuanggi kaayo, no? Grabe nga commitment.
Yes po.
Karon
It was
ang
really hard then.
Yeah, yeah. And then, so you started with Bethany Baptist Academy, and ang i-offer ani Sel is high school, no?
Yes, we have from preschool up until senior high school. And we're using an individualized type of program. We use the School of Tomorrow program. So
Wow.
our system is individualized. So we have like a 1:10 ratio. So one teacher is to 10 students.
Wow.
So yes,
Oh.
that's how we do them academically.
Sa Iligan gini siya based.
Yes, based in Iligan.
Nana mo yung mga branches ani sa Bethany?
Not right now, but there's a lot of School of Tomorrow schools existing already all over the Philippines. So we're using the same system of learning. Yeah, but I think we are the only one model school here in Mindanao and Visayas.
Wow.
And there's I think 3 more in Manila.
Galing, galing. And when did you start EDFOLIO?
So EDFOLIO was really started, the development stage started during the pandemic, which was 2021. Then we launched the company 2022. And it was at that time during the pandemic that I saw there was a need in terms of educational technology and systems in the schools, especially the small to medium school sector. So since I've been helping a lot of schools, I think I was burdened in the fact that there was not one system that is catering to the small to medium school sector. So I think that was really the inspiration there. And then it has blossomed since then. The vision has grown bigger.
Yeah, and I understand your husband, si Mr. Laureno, is into IT, no? So do I take it that he is also involved in EDFOLIO?
Yes, po. Yeah, he is our current data privacy officer in the company.
Okay, and your technical man?
Yes.
Okay. Ang secret behind the success.
Yeah, but I also have a great team. I have a great team with me. Most of them are based in Cebu, but we also have like a lot of devs and interns here in Iligan, mostly from MSUIIT.
Kana, muna akong kuan. That's the link that I was looking for kanina. Kay
Yes.
kaning EDFOLIO na ay relationship with MSUIIT. Unang ang ilang level of education is different from what we are familiar with, no? Now you have to educate me, Ursel, no? This is a technical vocational institute, ang EDFOLIO, no? Pero what makes this different from
From the
an
other.
ordinary technical vocational institute?
Okay, well, EDFOLIO is actually an educational technology company.
Uh-huh.
So that means we are creating systems for schools. So EDFOLIO right now, we actually have two products that we have already launched. We have the e-commerce site for ebooks, which you can go to edfolio.co to check out the site. It's a platform for all our teachers and authors who would like to sell and buy ebooks and other educational supplementary materials. As long as it's digital, you can sell it there or you can buy from Edfolio. While School Tech is a school management system that's integrated with a learning management system and a video conferencing feature. So we are a company that develops and creates systems for schools that are entirely integrated. So the vision there po, attorney, is to provide a one-stop shop for schools so that they don't have to go to a different company for different needs in the schools, which currently wala po talagang company that's trying to solve that problem.
Yeah, yeah. And wow, naanay mga competitions internationally that EdFolio had participated, or EdTech, or what have you. No? Would you like to tell us about this?
Yes, the competitions are mainly because there's a need for me to raise funds for the company. Since
Uh,
I think those who know the education technology or even the technology space or the startup space, it's really expensive to hire developers and to get the operations running. You know, you need funds. So at first it was okay. We were able to fund it with my co-founders, but then there was really a need to raise funds. So what I did to get free money and to survive for a couple of months and years, I had to go and join pitch competitions so that I will get to, showcase what we're doing and the solutions that we're providing for schools. So the ones that I joined that had me join the Bangkok semifinals in the GIST Catalyst APEC competition. It was I showcased School Tech at the time. So School Tech, the AI integrated school management system that we're developing, and it was an all expense paid, funded by the U.S. government to go to Bangkok to pitch, and they mentored us there. So most of the mentorships and the learnings that I got is from these free mentorships and competitions that I joined.
wow,
Yes,
wow.
they give free funding po, attorney, like,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, pero ang kuan diha, unsa ang uh, inyong gidala nga project dito sa Bangkok? What
yeah,
was
it was.
the project about?
Yes, it's the school tech. It's the school management system integrated with AI, which is the facial recognition system that we are currently also developing. We have not launched yet, so it's facial recognition in the entrance and exits of the school. And we also have one that's currently funded by DOST. It's a career profiling system, so it will predict a reliable senior high school track or strand for our dear junior high school graduates. So it's mostly AI, so artificial intelligence integrated to our system so that it will be a benefit to our schools and learners.
Wow, that's quite impressive. Murag, kuan kini
High-tech
siya,
kayo.
high
Yes,
tech.
medyo high level gid siya nga
Yeah,
technology.
yeah. And are the systems now in place there in Iligan?
Yes, the facial recognition is already 90% done, so we're about to launch it as soon as every finishing touches and alpha and beta testings are done. While the career profiling system is still ongoing, so it's a 1 year project funded by DOST shared. So it was really a good. It was a great help for the company
Yeah.
to have that project finished. Hopefully, right now we are in our research and development phase. So that's why siguro I can take this time to all our dear institutions to help us with the data. We've been currently emailing schools and basic ed and higher ed schools to help us and partner with us in terms of the technology because we need a lot of data to get the AI running.
Yeah.
So yun.
Napay competition nga giabot mo sa Austria, in Wien, Austria. What
Yes,
was the competition about,
it was
Ursel?
a women founders competition, Europe finals. So I was able to get to the finals in Europe. But that time it was hard for me to travel in such a short notice. So luckily they were able to also open an online competition. So there were others who pitched face to face, and a few of us pitched online. So I just pitch online, attorney, because it's very hard to go to win in 2 weeks time. But it was really a great experience being judged by European investor judges and mentors in Austria.
Yeah, galing. And unsa pa ning kuan? You have to educate me,
Yes.
Ursel, no? Unsa pa ning lab? Unsa ning produkto ang inyong kuan dito gi-demonstrate?
So it's still school tech. School tech is currently really developing right now. So we really created our system to be robust and scalable to all countries. So the
Uh,
goal is to get it started here in the Philippines. We already have a bunch of schools subscribed to school tech starting 2023. And then this year, we're kind of doing full blast, especially in colleges and universities now. But then after this year, we already have schools in Vietnam, Cambodia, and soon Malaysia, and then other countries, Pajud. So right now, the system is already set up to scale abroad. It's also translatable to all languages. So it's highly technical and
yeah,
technology,
yeah,
attorney, but
yeah.
then it's built to scale abroad and all over the world. So
Mm.
yeah, it's highly
Pero, pero,
scalable.
pero dinhi sa ato, ga-wonder ko, ang ubang eskwelahan, wala pa sila ani or uh, they're still assessing or studying what you're doing here.
Yes, actually, right now there's a need mostly for the higher institutions or higher education institutions, because
Uh-huh.
it's mandated, I think, by CHED to for schools to already have systems in place. I think
Yeah.
one of the benefits of school tech is that we are already integrated. So just picture a scenario that the current state of schools right now, say for example, they need a school management. What schools are doing, they subscribe to a provider, and then if they need a learning management system, it would be from another provider, right?
Uh,
And if they need conferencing, it would be from another provider like StreamYard, Zoom, or others. So what
uh,
we did with School Tech is we integrated all of that. So they just need to subscribe to one system to get all of that all together and in one price. So mas cost effective siya for most schools. At the same time, right now, one of the pain that we saw is also the accounting part of the schools, which we also plan to also integrate with school tech. So it's a very big project that we are currently doing phase by phase. And then we integrate AI and also blockchain, actually, attorney. So we already have blockchain and AI into the system. So a lot of our schools are already waiting. We're in our closing phase so that we can start with the training and onboarding before the start of another school year.
oh.
Yeah. So you have a big team for this, ma'am.
Mm.
How big is your team doing all of this?
Right now, my dev team altogether, including the managers, I think is close to 10, including the QA and everything. But the core dev team is 5 to 6, and then they're doing separate projects all at the same time, and then there are other supplements, like the tech people. There's also the QA. So these are like different departments working on the same project and making sure that everything is going in place and how we
Yeah.
designed it too.
You also joined the final pitch. You understand it's a reality show in the CNN
Yes.
Philippines. Were you able to generate in support from the participating investors?
Yes, we were able to form collaborations and partnerships and supports, especially from Union Digital and Etika Philippines. And hopefully, yeah, I'll do a follow up call with them so that we can also push forward with the agreed partnerships and possible collaborations. Yes, I
Yun.
think it was really a good marketing, free marketing for the company. It's a national program aired at CNN Philippines, so I could not be more thankful.
Yeah, because I also watch that, and it's really quite competitive. The participants are really competing very well. Now, kanibang, you're, technology is evolving rapidly these days, and
Yes.
so how? I mean, kami dili magud mi mga ano no, dili mi mga techie people, but ang preparations ninyo, ani, I understand is grabe ang paspas pod sa inyo ang pag ano no, pag-develop sa programs.
Yes, yes. And that's where I'm very thankful for, because I have a team that's really driven and motivated to do fast forward, or to fast forward with our developments right now. And what we promise our existing and even future clients is that we will not stop innovating, because technology, as you said, is really fastly evolving. And if you stop innovating, then eventually ma run out, ma ano jud ka, ma over ano kas time, no, and then mahimo ng obsolete imong technology. So when you are in the edtech space or the technology space, you have to really continuously innovate for you to be on top of the trend, and still naka trendy gyapon ka at the time.
What about data privacy? Do you have measures on how to safeguard the data coming from all of your clients?
Yes, yes. And that's why we have a data protection or data privacy officer, which is my husband right now. And we ensure that we are in compliance with the Data Privacy Act of the Philippines.
Yon. Kasi pag technology, I think that's the some of the pain points is really coming in that area. Yes.
Yes,
And
that's true.
yes, Ernie?
Yeah, naa kay gisulat nga story of EDFOLIO.
Yeah.
And I have a copy.
Uh,
Go po, ang how
Dedicated
EDFOLIO
ka.
evolved, no? How
Yes po.
EDFOLIO evolved, and towards the end, na kay kuan. Let me read this part, no?
Yes.
Putting up a new company is also no joke. We first thought of using the company name Schooltech, but it's too close to the name of an international company. Many times we tried to add other words before and after the name, but the SEC disapproved it every time. We really fought hard for the name Schooltech, but eventually we had to give in and look for a second choice of company name. Then Edfolio came to my mind. In just one try, the SEC approved it right away. I know for sure this is the name God prepared for us. Edfolio is my first educational tech startup company, and I admit it is a bit overwhelming at times, and it has not really sunk in yet. Many times, doubt crossed my mind, and I thought, can I really run Edfolio? Do I have what it takes to bring Edfolio to the top? Then I remembered the verses, Proverbs 3, 5 to 6, that says, I should trust in the Lord with all my heart, and I should not lean on my own understanding. That in all my ways I should acknowledge that I cannot do anything without God. And He will surely direct my paths and help me with this new business venture, Edfolio. I know if it were not for God and for His grace that abound in my life, I wouldn't be where I am right now and do what I do. He is my true source of strength every day. Wow.
That's so true, attorney. Up until now, yeah, I cannot really imagine starting something that's really very new, and yeah, it did come to a point where it was overwhelming. But then, you know, I just remember the verse that in our weakness, God's strength is made perfect in us. So I think
Yeah.
that was something that I really personally experienced in my life. That parang, despite the feeling of not being worthy, or the doubts that crossed my mind before, and then he assured me that I can do it by his strength and by his grace. So I think, yeah, this journey has been a journey of faith, and God has not really, he has not failed me since I started the company.
Akong padayon na towards the end. Fast forward to today, I still can't believe that we are now going to launch EDFOLIO, our first digital product, the e-commerce site for educational content. Very soon, the all-in-one school management system solutions will follow to bring small to medium schools in the digital map. I am
Yeah.
ecstatic and immensely positive that EdFolio will reach greater heights with God as our guide. For this, I bring back all the glory and honor to Him alone.
Yes.
Galing,
And
galing.
the time has really come for us to launch School Tech, and it was really a great experience po, attorney.
Yeah.
Very, very, ano.
Ang kuan sa ako, what really is outstanding here is lahi kining school tech, kining EdFolio.
Yes
Lahi
po.
kini sa ordinary vocational technical education institute, no? And although dito lugar sa general sa butanta sa generic sense, nawala man atong kuan, nawala atong image. Are we still on?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's
Sa generic image sa Ursel, barag, ang technical vocational is on skills development programs, no?
yes.
Pero kining imo, dili lang skills is
Yeah.
much higher than just skills development.
Yes.
Lahi ni siya, lahi ni, and
Ang clients niya are
kuan,
schools.
schools lang for now.
Yeah.
Pero
Yes.
eventually, mga dagko ng mga kumpanya, yung mga airlines, pwede na niyang makliyente. Wala ni, pero this is just, I would say, the initial steps. Sugod ka sa schools kay naman kay school. Pero
Yes.
eventually, mukuha na ni sa mga dagko nga kumpanya, and wow,
Yes.
kuhaan
Wherever God leads us, attorney. Yeah. It's limitless.
Pero Ma'am Sel, wala ba'y challenge in terms of availability of skilled personnel?
Yeah, actually, even here in Iligan, there's a pool of talents, really. You just have to find the right people. Because even if they're talented, but, they're not the right person for the company, then they might be a bad, fit to the company. So it's just really, no, trying to like, when I hire people, I kind of hire by referral, because they can already vouch for the attitude in terms of their attitude towards work. But in terms of talent, there's really a lot of talent here in the Philippines, so that I can really commend even the students in MSUIT, when we had literally nothing when we started. So I really run by interns at MSUIT, so I really praise God that I was able to find the right people. And then eventually God led me to devs in Cebu, which I met our CTO. So he's now in New Zealand right now, but then he's based in Cebu, so he just transferred to New Zealand. And yeah, it was from then on we were able to find right developers in Cebu. So I think most of our dev team are in Cebu now. And then yung mga auxiliary devs or mga assistant devs, or I can say mga interns, are from Iligan. But nevertheless, they have been, very um, like perfect for the team. And I'm so grateful and blessed to have all of them.
Daghan karon na mga estudyante, ma'am. We have some junior and senior high school students who probably are thinking of pursuing a career in the technology, business, no? But unsa ba dapat ang what's your advice for them para unsa nga particular area ang ilahang i-focus if they want to engage in information technology?
Yeah. I think they just have to look for the right siguro stack that they want to really master. Because right now, school tech, our stack is PHP and Vue.js. So sometimes you just have to find the devs that are using that same stack, so it will be more convenient to transition. So if they want to pursue that degree, then they just have to find what are the right programming language they want to master, and then find related fields or jobs that are looking for that kind of stack, or be open to learn, because like some of our devs do not have that, or they're not trained yet on that specific stack, but they're willing to learn. So if they're open for learning, every time or every day is a new opportunity to learn something new. So as long as they're very open to learn, then it would be fine. And so that's why I'm so impressed. Even I had interns that are first year, second year college, and then they're like one of the best ones that I have. So there's really no limit. There's no even like an age requirement, as long as they're willing to learn and they're really driven and focused in achieving something. Then I think they can actually change. Even in fact, ngayon, we have like different courses available online that to those who wants to shift careers in technology. They're not like IT related in their undergrad, and then they wanted to shift to that degree. It's just a crash course. So I think it's just really your interest, yeah, and your desire to learn something new.
Yeah, because it's especially pag may mga career talks, no? And
Yes.
some of the students might still be at a loss on what career path they're going to pursue in terms of information technology. And besides, it's very competitive. And access to technology also can be very challenging, especially in the provinces.
Yes.
Okay lang sa iligan kay na ay ano,
Actually,
no?
nagyapon challenge sa tech sa internet, like,
Yes.
'di ba, access to internet. So I think ang my advice to the students, find something that you are naturally good at. That's where, your career path mas dali siya, even sa kanang pag decide nimo sa college degree. Find something that you're naturally good at, nga dili bitaw siya effort for you to learn something. Because lahi ra gyud siya, mo excel gyud ka, di ba? Like for example, ang naka-built siya for culinary, butang nimo sa IT, then dili gyud na siya mo excel. But if dito gyud siya sa culinary, batingala ka dito siya nag cum laude, nag magna cum laude, something like that. So find something that you're naturally good at. So ayaw i-push pud nga tungod uso ang IT, kay dakog sweldo ang IT, mag-IT na lang sad ka. That would not be a good place for you. So I think for students, that's my one advice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Pero kuan sad ka Sel, no? Kuan ka kayo sa multitasking. You mentioned earlier before the program na you just arrived. Amo day kagikan.
I had a short vacation. We just finished our strategic planning for the company in Cebu, and then had a quick vacation, and then went to Iloilo, presented to one school, sa isang relative that owns a school in Iloilo as well. So my travel is always naigamay nga work para dili kalas ang oras. So I always find time to at least squeeze a little a little work.
Yeah. And so you are also managing, ikaw ang principal sa Bethany Baptist Academy.
Yes,
And
Attorney.
that's a full-time job. Although na siguro kay at kuan na
Yes.
kanya pwede na mabiyaan.
Yes, yeah, right now, I think then last year, since I think 2022, I already oriented everyone and already assigned OICs in different departments, so that in my absence, they're already okay to go. So I just praise God also for my team here in the school. And in fact, today we just had a school visit from one of the heads of School of Tomorrow. and we got a good rate. So I commend my staff as well. Even with my absence, they have been doing a great job.
Yeah, yeah. And how do you see EDFOLIO in the next 3, 5? Kasi lupig na nimo si Steve Jobs, anak. Ha?
Who
Yeah,
knows?
my vision really is that Skoltech and Edfolio would be one of the leading edtech providers in the Philippines, if not all over the world. So that's why we have built the system to be translatable already, so that it's already ready to scale all over the world.
Wow. Galing, ha? Galing. And uh, so, unsa imong target after sa schools?
So right now, since the vision really for school tech is linear in terms of Edfolio and school tech in terms of education, so we really are focused in education and are helping, help for nation building as well, because I know that education really is the lifeblood of any country.
Uh,
So we want to focus on that. But then I'm always open to any possibilities of starting something that I could be personally invested in. So it could be from a different tech industry. But for now, it's mostly schools and anything related to education. So that's where my mission really is right now.
yeah, yeah. And wow, so imo nang ma-expand, no? Uh, Grabe kayong reach ka na, Sel, no?
Yes.
Dili tiaw. And
Praise
you
God, John.
na, no? Only with a few clicks, ako na dayon,
Right at your
placement,
fingertips.
ang lugar, competitiveness na, and
Yes.
that's a dream of kanang data pang kumpleto and naay ranking and so on and so forth, no?
Yes, I was told many times, attorney, na having an or creating an all-in-one is an impossible, dream. But then, I was really set to doing something like this because I know this is really a pain of most
Yeah.
schools, and this has been validated many times by a lot of school heads and school owners that they really want something like this, and they're happy that we have created this solution.
Yeah, and I'm sure every now and then sa mga innovations that are introduced, no, with the new partners that you come across, new ideas and so on, no?
Yes,
Uh,
attorney. We're creating version 2 right now, in fact. So we'll be launching our version 2 in a few months. So
wow,
that would be another innovation for our first version.
ang galing, galing. And ang iyang commercialization will not be far behind, Ursel.
Yes, attorney. Yeah, that's really the goal, and I'm praying that we would reach that, our goal, our KPIs for this year. Mhm.
Hulba, Sel.
Lagi
Oo.
worse na gid karon ang ano no, ang mga eskwelahan. Pero kinahanglan ra pod ang mga eskwelahan sad. Apil ba din ha ang kanang mga e-learns? Because some universities already use e-learns now.
Yes, I think if you're talking about the learning management system, yes,
Yes,
that's
yes, yes.
integrated already. So before, it's a separate provider, like a different company. If you're looking for a learning management, that's where most schools they subscribe to learning management, but it's not integrated to the school management. Where, say for example, the grades, they have to print it and then download to the school management. But with school tech, it's just one click, it will now send directly to the school management or the admin. So there would now be no printing already, so that process is already cut off and streamlined.
Yeah.
So
But in college, in college also they have I think even in high school where school projects, homework, and other instructions are
our
relayed to the students via these e-learns. Do you have that?
yes, yes. That's what we call it, class feed. We have that. And that's the one that we integrated to our school management.
Yeah, kay high-tech ang mga schools karon mga high-tech na eh.
Sige.
I think this is also a product of our experience during the pandemic.
Yeah, actually, that's where our journey really started. As a school head, diba, I think we were forced to move to online learning. Like, I think the lockdown was March 12, and then March 14, if I'm not mistaken, it was a Monday after the ano of the national that we have to all switch to online. And our school was one of the first that really switched to online right away, because I think before that I was already doing edtech, like innovations in technology. I'm an Apple teacher. I introduced these native apps to schools already. So I think dito po nag-start yun akong journey po in terms of educational technology. But then when we shifted to the online, that's when I realized that these systems are not integrated to each other. And it's much more expensive for small schools because lahi-lahi man siya. Lahi-lahi siya owner, so lahi nga bayad sa another provider, like that. So as a small school, we couldn't really afford. We just have to look for like free apps, diba? And free apps have limited use, right? So that's
Yeah.
why I've thought of doing school tech, so that it's just one, but then everything that I need for my school or to run my school is already there. So I think that's where the journey really started.
Yeah. Ang kani ba siya is ang inyong clients are private schools? What about
Yes,
the
for
public?
now.
Not yet. Wala. Lagi
Not
kayo.
yet, but of course, I really want also our nation, really, and I think that would be our end goal. Yeah.
Kay modules pa man gyud ang ano no kato pa mang printed
Yes.
materials, and I don't think they can still afford no the cost of these systems.
Yeah.
Yes. Schools raman ni kaganina na mention ni Mayor if there's an intention on your part to really expand on other industries. What about hospitals? Wala pa no. Kaya isa sa
Wala
siguro.
pa sa karon, yeah. It's mostly the schools and anything related to education. But of
Ah,
course, we have already prepared our systems, like the accounting system and other systems that we have integrated to school tech. This can also be a standalone product that can be used by other industries.
oh
So
yes.
that would be for the next phases. Like I said, we would be continuously innovating and praying for dugang nga strength yapon sa day to day para
Yeah.
maano ang dream and vision.
Kining kuan nato kining universal health care.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Actually, karon maayo nang lakaw diha sa Iligan, kay atong doktor na mo dinhi gi-pirate ni Mayor Xiao, si Dr. Bernardo. Siya ang ga-handle dinhi dati sa Universal Healthcare. And kuan ni siya Sel, no? Integrated na program that was designed. This was done by Ateneo Manila and funded by or engaged by the Philippine Center for Health Research and Development, which is one of the 4 agencies sa DOST. Ang tawag sa program is SMILHIS, Smart Integrated Local Health Information System. The idea of this is tanang health data sa mga health providers are integrated so that they are interoperable. I think that's the key word, no?
Yeah.
Interoperability. So one access from any one area, pwede mo nang makita
Access
ang
anywhere.
kana, no?
Yeah.
Ang kuan, no? And I think na ay improved chance karon ng Iligan nga mauna ni ana kaya sa Cagayan na kuan naman na hold naman kay naundang man tong program, no. I hope na makuan ka na, that's something you can also look into. Kaya ang tuyo mo good sa universal healthcare is kuan tanan, no, naay access to affordable and appropriate medical care, no. And then of course ang mga health facilities na ay organization na ay kuan maayong marabag na ay apex hospital for every area.
Wow.
So lagi ako ang no sigurado after sa school kana gyud ug daghan pang uban no.
Yes.
Imagine integrated, interoperable, no? Those
Yes.
keywords. Ako di man ko kayo pa sa IT pero nakita gid nako nga kanang sistema dako kay tabak. Imagine ang imong service is made more efficient and kung yun, the proper service na mahatag dito
Yes.
sa katawhan, no?
That,
Because of technology,
yes,
advances sa
attorney.
technology.
Yeah, with school tech right now, we already have like a clinic services part. So it's a different system also integrated. So right now, schools will also have like one data for all the schools and the like checkups nila from the doctors. So I think that is something similar to what you're talking, but it's like a one-stop shop for all the healthcare
Schools, correct.
by the city or sa lahat ng sa Philippines. I think that would be something, that we can that that's
Yeah.
worth looking into. Yes, attorney.
Siguro, initially siguro na ay sa Iligan, na ay Cagayan, pero na ay sa uban pong LGUs, but eventually, integrated na po sila, no?
Yeah. Hopefully our
No?
country can think about that, It's a very big project, attorney, but not impossible.
Yeah,
And if we
yeah.
can do it for our schools, then that can also be done.
Lagi na, ito ganing unang project nila din itong same team. Ang archives sa usa ka hospital kining among city hospital din lugar what used to occupy so much room karon usa ra ka computer
Oh.
computer no kay ila man gi integrate sa banang word anang stored na ang data in one computer no.
Karon attorney na natay ginatawag nga cloud so that it won't be stored in
Yeah.
a specific computer. So it'll just be in the cloud so that wherever you are, you will have access to those data and other pertinent information.
Lagi ng cloud kuan na kay na karon everybody has access to the cloud.
Yes.
Yan karon. I'm going to the cloud.
Lagi
Cloud9
Cloud9 raman lagi.
Cloud9.
Lagi atong ilhan. Karon kay na nagi cloud.
Galing.
That's true.
Kani kung full teacher ra bagid si ma'am, no? May
Lagi.
kani sila diha sa technology.
Now, kuan ko sa imo, nursing ka nagsugod pero kuan ka sa technology nganong nag-quit man ka sa nursing?
Well, at the time, uso si nursing. Well, I did finish my degree and I'm already a registered nurse as well, attorney. And I still love that profession, that's why healthcare is also close to my heart gihapon up until now. And I have also vision for that. But then maybe after I finish this one. So naging una lang gid sa education because, all of these industries would not be without proper and quality education, di ba, attorney? So, dira kita start. If we strengthen the educational system of the Philippines, then I think we would be off in a good track here in the Philippines. So hopefully makahelp siya sa ato ang education system po as well.
Lagi and
unsay direct impact of these systems in the quality of education, especially for those using the systems?
Yes. So if we look at schools, they are they're trained to provide quality education, to teach, right? And then technology is there to ease all of the like mga heavy admin processes that schools are currently doing, especially teachers and even those who are in the register and cashier. So if all of these processes are streamlined and maging easy na lang siya for all of the stakeholders in the admin to the teaching side of the school, then they would be more focused in providing quality education. So the impact there is that it will ease the processes so that their focus is mainly on teaching and providing quality education to the children. And then later on, that's why we have EdFolio as well, because EdFolio now is a one-stop shop for all the educational supplementary e-materials. Like everything digital can be stored there, it can be sold, it can be bought. And I think that's something that we also wanna like create like a community of teachers helping each other, and also having like kanang side hustle or side income, because if they sell their educational materials, others can use it also, and
Oh.
it's something that I also envision Edfolio to scale also in the near future. And it's funny because without marketing like expense in our end, we have about 27% signups that are from the US. So these are educators in the US that are signing up at Edfolio. So I think it's primarily because the West or the US is, I think, more exposed sila ng klaseng community, like teachers, principals na sila community gid sa US that are doing that. Like they help each other buy the best, materials for their classes. And in the Philippines, wala kaayo. So we wanna do that by creating Edfolio. So kaning duha, attorneys and ma'am Sal, is integrated. So pwede siya mo go alongside each other. So one is helping provide like streamline the processes, while the others will provide supplementary educational materials for our students.
Yeah.
So muna naaning duha, Edfolio and School Tech.
Yeah. Sel, with all these advances, no, one cannot also lose sight of the fact na naagya po'y threats and ingon exposures that these advances are subject to, no? Hacking, among others.
Mhm.
And nay atong experiences lately nga mga major government agencies were reported to have been hacked, no? And causing tremendous disruption, not to mention damage, no? Unsa imong ikuan ana, how do you ensure nga kanang hacking makuan gyud ma-prevent gyud in every step of the way?
Yes. Actually, right now, attorney, our team is really implementing secure DevOps at the same time that we are also preparing for a pen testing. So, penetration testing is that we hire someone to try to penetrate our system and see if it's penetratable, and that would be a good certification to highlight that we are not penetratables. We're hack proof, something like that. So I think that's something that we can also assure our clients that we will be adhering to that to secure that no hacking incident would happen in our watch.
Lagi kay kuan man, no, everything that one will have done
Yes.
madali lang mawala, no, or
Right.
kuan gyud. And
Yes, attorney.
naaraw advance ra masadang mga hackers, di ba? Kay
Exactly.
Oo. Advance pud sila kay apason man gid nila ang
siyempre,
Also, yes.
worse if they're one step ahead of
Yeah.
yeah.
So appeal na yun ng cybersecurity, pen testing. I think that's really something that most, especially international companies, are really hiring someone to penetrate their system and
How
see if it's hackable.
how sophisticated na ba kita ma'am diri sa Pilipinas in terms of securities?
Actually, we have that. We have the technology. We have the people who's capable to do all that. I think one of the ano lang siguro is it's highly expensive to hire someone like an established company to do pen testing for you. So I think funds yun ang isa. And so you just have to find the right people, and see if that's something that you can discuss with ang how much, I think muna siya ang challenge jud to most companies na, I think most companies magduha-duha siguro kay mahal, for to hire someone to do that testing. But I think for me, especially now that we're scaling also abroad, that's really a given and a non-negotiable to do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow.
Lagi, ano ni sir?
Nagsinyas
Ito
na
na,
nagsinyas na si
Fine, oo.
Ursel. I
Oo.
know nga you have a very tight schedule also, no? So, Ursel, by way of a parting message, can we ask you uh, what would you no, to our viewers now who may not be as astute and sophisticated, no? Unsay imong mensahe sa ila for us, no, to better understand what you're into, particularly sa EDFOLIO.
So I think for EdFolio, I just really want to encourage everyone to check our site out. It's www.edfolio.co, and then you can sign up. It's free. You can sign up for free so that you can check it out, like what we do there. And you might never know, you might find the right materials or educational materials that you're looking for. And so, siguro my parting message would be is not to stop innovating. You continue to innovate. Everything that you have right now, you can actually innovate. So that's how I started. And to not, I think to just continue reaching your dreams and have faith, and see, you will really find yourself in that position where you will know nga ikaw lang is lacking. You have to really ask God to help you in your journey. And so I
Oh,
think
that's 3 pharaohs.
in all, attorney, everything that I'm doing is really just to help our schools. And that's my main driving force right now. So siguro muna nga I was able to really persevere through the testing times of our company, especially when we just started very good, like low in funds and everything. So yeah, I think that's it for me. And yeah, I am really grateful to have been given this chance to share our journey and to meet you kahit virtually lang, and Ma'am Maricel, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for
yeah,
highlighting Folio, School Tech, and even Bethany Baptist Academy on this show.
yeah.
Yes, attorney, your
Yeah, salamat.
takeaway?
Salamat, Sel. At the end of our episodes, my role is to give my takeaway. Unsa akong importante nga nakuha from our episode, no? And kining episode, Sel, daghan akong nakuha from Ursel Murillo-Laureno, no? Number one, kanang ilang kanang Bethany Baptist Academy was started in 1982-83. I think naagi mission ang parents ni
Yeah.
Ursel, no? Kay though that era was very very difficult. In fact, we had the worst crisis sa Pilipinas was during that period, no? We even had to declare a debt moratorium. We had to raise both our hands to our external creditors and tell them, di nakabayad sa atong mga utang. Those were very difficult times. And yet, ang parents ni Ursel had the courage, the strength, and the faith to begin with the Bethany Baptist Academy in Iligan. And kanang academy had grown, nanganak dayon sa EDFOLIO, sa ilan na ni Ursel and her husband, no? And kinisang EDFOLIO is dili ni siya ordinaryong skills development
Yeah,
program
it's a system.
institute, no? Wow. This has invested on IT projects, sa mga systems, sa mga eskwelahan, and had participated in international competitions, no? And recognized globally. And wow, very impressive, no? It makes me feel confident ng atong mga bata of tomorrow will have a better chance sa edukasyon because of these innovations that silang Ursel are taking, and those in their league, no? So looking ahead, kanang mga programa nila are all meant to make things efficient and properly done and made, no? So kuan kayo, no? Gives us hope for a better life in the future. Salamat kayo. Good luck, Sel, no? Good luck sa
Thank you.
inyo.
Thank you, Attorney.
Thank you.
Ikaw,
Thank you
Maricel.
very much.
Yes. Thank you, Ma'am Ursel. Thank you for joining us. And of course, Attorney Oka, dagan salamat. And sa tanan nga nakiguban, mayong hapon ka rin yung tanan.
Yeah. Thank you. Galing.